Hello, this is William Bowman. This video is for Drew over at Barksdale Tree Services. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to shoot this video. And I want to explain exactly what I found on your website and what exactly you can change in order to get more volume to your website from your competitors that are actually getting that volume. So I want to show you how exactly their tactics to get that volume of clients over to their sites. And then I will explain exactly what to do in order to kind of redirect that over to your site instead. So first things first, I want to cover your site. So when we're looking here, I love this. I love this. That's really great. I like the pictures as well. I like the fact that you have good content throughout explaining what you guys do. You have reviews here and you have a contact form. That's all great stuff. I will say that typically for a front page, you want to have anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 words, just words. And the reason for that is because of keywords, right? So keywords are words that people will actually throw in to Google in order to find your services. And when you have 1,000 to 1,500, you can kind of sprinkle these keywords in, have them repeated 5 or 6 times, and people will be able to find you for a multitude of different keywords. I see Dallas here, and I see Dallas once, and I'm sure you have others, tree service. You have tree service repeated 8 times. So that's already a keyword, but typically you want to put it with a buyer intent word like an area that you're in. But so now I want to pop into keywords. What happens when we search for tree service Plano, right? So we're going to get an ad first. These are those Google paid ads. I'm kind of glad to see that you're not in here paying for these. A lot of clients were actually customers were just like skip past this. I know that I do whenever I'm searching for a service. But then you get to the Google Map Pack, and this actually is something that you want to be on. So if you don't have this configured, definitely go to Google My Business, or some people call it GMB, and just basically register your company and get it to where you can get, you put in the address and you say the company name, and then they will create this for you and you can start getting reviews. And people trust these reviews a lot more because you can't delete the bad ones. So they know they're going to see the good and the bad. And that's really important because clients know that, they know the tactic of deleting bad ones. So they want to see the truth. So now we come over here, we see Yelp. I'll use Yelp. A lot of clients will skip past this because they don't want to go into another list and then start trying to look through that list, right? And when we're looking here, I don't see you guys and I'm still scrolling. So if you are using this, I hope that you're not paying for the top because that can get kind of expensive. But we'll go down to the very first competitor here. So this is Tree Service Plano. I have it pulled up here. Right off the bat, their site isn't even secure, and they're one of the top placers on Google for this keyword. And I'll show you here in a second that keyword is no joke. There's volume behind it. So if we look here, we got Tree Service Plano. They have a bunch of content. Not that much actually. So this would be an easy site to beat. So let's look under the hood, right? So Tree Service Plano, we got a bunch of numbers. Okay, what does all this mean? So we have UR7. That's basically like the trustworthiness of the URL or the location of the page. And then that's like basically a way that you can see how trustworthy any page is. And then you look at the DR. This is, these are both from 0 to 100. And the DR, the domain rating, this is like the power of the site or how much reputation it has to throw around. So these two numbers are really important to how Google basically decides who's going to be placed in the top 10 or any position for that matter. But then we look at backlinks, and backlinks, just for an example, backlinks are like if I'm writing a blog and I'm like, hey, Barksdale Tree Service, they're awesome. You got to use them. And then I put a link to your site. That right there would be considered a backlink. It's a link from another site to your site. So this is just the number of sites that are actually sending links, so 32, 103 backlinks, so almost about like 3 per referring domain. So per different site, they're sending about 3 backlinks. I wouldn't worry about the number of these because honestly, I have seen it's quality over quantity, right? I've seen 4 or 5 backlinks beat 1,000 backlinks just because the backlinks were very sketchy backlinks that actually didn't really go anywhere important. But let's jump into the keywords, right? So these are the keywords that they are ranking for on this particular URL. And we see Tree Service Plano, boom, position 1. Look at the volume. This is how many searches every single month they're getting for this. So there's volume behind this. There's customers putting this in and looking for your services. Plano Tree Service, 80. tree trimming Plano, 100, tree removal Plano, 100, all of these volumes, you start adding those up and they add up quick. You can pack your entire month if you just had these volumes here. So let's look at your site and see kind of how you're doing. So we see the UR6, we see the DR0, and we see 8 backlinks. Okay, so you guys are trying to make some backlinks to up your UR and DR. The backlinks may not be coming from sites with high DR, so they may not be affecting your DR. So try and find some quality backlinks from high DR sites, from 4 different sites it looks like you guys are using. And then let's look at your keywords. Yelp tree removal, Barksdale services, Dallas, Texas tree. So, and look at the position that you guys are at. So like you guys aren't ranked for any of these words, but even if you were, Yelp tree removal, that can be throughout the United States. So somebody could be Googling this in New Hampshire, and they would see you, and that's great, but they're not going to give you any business. Barksdale services, that could be anywhere in the United States. It could be another company by the same name or by any service, really. It doesn't even have to be tree services. So it's about putting buyer intent words that actually have a volume here on the words that you guys are ranking for, and making sure that you guys are repeating these words throughout the pages that you want to rank. So these are great examples. These are great examples here of words that you want to start sprinkling in to your front page and maybe even your service pages. That way you can start getting some of that volume that your competitors are getting. And then also, if you don't have your Google My Business set up, definitely set this up. This can bring you volume as well. But I hope this video was informative. I hope that you can grab some of this information and implement it to start getting some more customers, banging on your door. If I would love to have some feedback from you, just telling me, is this useful? Was this a waste of your time? I just want to know if you're able to use this. And if you could just, call me back or email me back, whatever it may be. I just want to hear something about what you thought. But thank you so much. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.